Hi, I'm Joey Blanco from RWB Realty Group, and in today's video, I want to talk about leasing to own a home. Recently, I had a client ask me about it, and I thought it would be a good topic really to get some information out there to the public. So let's get right after it. So, who is this for? I would say that this is a very niche product, and it's only for maybe a handful of the population out there. And so, if you've got poor credit, but you also have assets, this program might work out for you. So, let's just get right into the details of it. For our example contract, we're going to talk about a $100,000 home. That way, it's easy math to multiply if you're looking at a $200,000 or even a $300,000 home. So, and I'm also going to be talking generically about the program. There's a lot of companies out here that do this, and the contracts all differ slightly. However, this is probably somewhere in the middle of the average contract that you would do if you were going to participate in this program. So, we're going to talk about a $100,000 house. Okay. Now, to enter into this program, you're going to need to bring $7,000 to the table. All right. So you're going to need a down payment of $7,000. Okay. Now, this is assuming that the seller of the home that you're purchasing is going to pay all the closing cost. Now, if you cannot negotiate that down because you are in a hot and heavy seller's market, then this amount's going to go up. However, if you can negotiate to have the seller pay the closing cost, then $7,000 is all you'll need to bring to the table. Now, how this is going to work is the company that you're going to go into this contract with, you find the home, you find a $100,000 home. They will go out and purchase the home for you. And in turn, you will basically rent the house until you're ready to purchase it. And so you could rent it for 1 year, you could rent it for 2 years, you could rent it for 8 years until you're ready. And then you'll always have that option to purchase the house. Now, the $7,000 that you put down, they're going to hold on to that, and then they will apply that as your down payment when you're ready to purchase. Okay, so this is what it looks like. You purchase a $100,000 house, you need to put $7,000 down. Now, your rent is going to be $1,200 a month. Now, to me, seeing the numbers and working the numbers all the time, that seems high to me. Okay. So when you run the mortgage calculator on it, let's say that you're just going to buy the house outright without leasing to own. Your monthly payment, principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, of course, the taxes can slightly be higher or lower depending on what state you live in, but just, we're in Oklahoma. I'm in Oklahoma. And so I'm going to go off of Oklahoma taxes. And so if I were to buy a $100,000 house, put 7% down, my monthly payment would be right around $800 a month. Okay. Now, when you're doing the lease to own deal, your rent is going to be $1,200 a month. Now, of that $1,200, they're going to take $100 per month and they're going to apply it towards your down payment at the end. So, really, the cost of doing business is going to be $1,100 a month. And I guess, that's a profit to the leasing company of $300 a month. And so this is why they can do this deal. They can only do this deal because it's profitable for them. These companies are not in the business of giving charity, and so they are for profit. Now, I must also say, let's say you lease in this house for 3-4 years and life happens and you're not going to buy the house. Well, you need to double check that contract to make sure you're going to get at least some of that down payment back. Some of these contracts say that you don't get the down payment back. So just really look closely into the contract that you sign to make sure that if you do decide to get out of it, that you're not totally at a loss for that $7,000 down payment. Okay. Now, you may be asking yourself, okay, well, they're going to buy the house for $100,000. I'm going to lease the house for 2 years. All right. What am I going to purchase the house for at the end of the 2 years? Well, the contract that you sign, and again, you need to pay close attention to this. All right. Because some of them are going to be, well, you're not going to buy the house for $100,000. I can tell you that. Depending on how long you rent the house, the price changes. Okay, so the contract that I'm looking at on a $100,000 house that you lease for 2 years and you're paying $1,200 a month, you're going to pay a 6% premium when it comes time to buy the house. Okay, so let's do the math on that. 6%, so that's going to be 106, okay, is what you're going to pay for the house. Now, you've been paying $1,200 a month for 2 years. 100 of that is going to go towards your down payment. So 100, that's 2,400 plus the original 7,000, and that's $9,400. Okay, that's going to go as your down payment. Oh man, my handwriting is terrible. When it's time for you to purchase that house. All right, so we'll do some quick math. All right, so you're going to be purchasing the house for $106,000. You're essentially going to be putting $9,400 down, and then the end result is you're going to need to finance $96,600 when it comes time for you to buy the house. And so this is for people who want to lock in a house and live in it for a couple of years while they build up their credit to be able to purchase themselves. And the cost of doing business to enter this program in this scenario that we're doing here is $300 a month is what it's costing you. And that's on a $100,000 house. If you're talking a $200,000 house, well, then I would assume it's going to be $600 a month is the cost of doing business to enter into this program. And so, again, maybe this program is for you, maybe it isn't. I would sit down with your realtor and really hash out the particular program that you're interested in and run the numbers. And maybe it makes sense for you, maybe it doesn't. I'm not going to say either way whether or not I think this is a great program or whether it's a crappy program, because, again, it's not for everybody, but it probably is for some people. Okay, so that's all I have for you today. I just wanted to go over this program, and I really only touched my toe into the waters of this program. If you really want to get into the weeds of it, just reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to take you step by step on how to apply for the program. What are the real costs, and maybe to help go over your situation to see is there another way. There's always more than one way to skin a cat, and so maybe we need to work on correcting your credit, fixing your credit while you rent. Maybe that's the way you need to go. Or maybe your credit is just good enough to qualify for an FHA loan. That's all I have for you today. Again, if you'd like some more information on leasing to own a home, please reach out to me. I always leave my contact information in the description below. And you can reach out to me anytime you like. I'm more than happy to talk real estate to you anytime you'd like. All right. Good night.